The news you need from the people you trust.
All news and all that matters to you. 103.9 FM.
A South Jersey woman faces new charges after allegedly lying about her son receiving cancer treatments to delay her trial for theft. I'm Mike Darby.
In just 5 days, we'll elect the 47th President of the United States. Former President Donald Trump campaigning in generally blue New Mexico today. Vice President Kamala Harris making her way through the Sun Belt.
Philadelphia City Council members signaled dissatisfaction with the process for the proposed Center City Arena. I'm Pat Lowe.
Solid win for the Flyers tonight over St. Louis, 2-1. At the moment, 71, cloudy, and we're heading down to 63. Good evening to you. I'm Pete Inarato, and here's what's happening. A South Jersey woman accused of stealing $175,000 from the senior living community where she worked as the lifestyle director could be in some bigger trouble. Authorities say that she lied about her son receiving cancer treatments out of state to delay her court appearances. Here's KYW's Mike Doherty.
The Ocean County Prosecutor's Office says 37-year-old Alicia Campbell of Mays Landing was supposed to be providing entertainment planning events.
This is a little closer to where we need to be on the Jersey Turnpike.
Community and golf course in Waretown. Instead, authorities say she was buying herself personal items and sending herself money on Venmo from 2019 to 2022. While awaiting trial, she notified the court her son was receiving leukemia treatment in Philadelphia, and then he needed to be transferred to Texas Children's Hospital. She was granted delays multiple times before investigators say they noticed the address on the hospital letterhead on documents Campbell provided didn't match the hospital's address, and investigators say they confirmed with the hospital that her son did not receive treatment there. Campbell faces a number of new charges for allegedly lying to the court. They'll be added to the list of theft and forgery charges she was already facing. She is being held in the county jail pending a detention hearing. At the South Jersey Bureau, Mike Dahl, KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
KYW News Time, 10:02. Traffic on the twos every 10 minutes. Let's head over to the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center and get the latest with Kyrie Moses.
Okay, Pete, so the eastbound side of the Schuylkill Expressway, that remains jammed between Montgomery Drive and the Vine Street Expressway. You have road work taking out all but the right lane heading towards Center City, Philadelphia, but at least that earlier fire that was out there between the Boulevard and Montgomery Drive has been cleared. But again, you still have the delay heading towards the city with the road work out there. West on 76, everything looks good. 95 is quiet. Now in Delaware County, you have 322 down the one lane between 452 and I-95 as you head through Upper Chichester. South on the Blue Route, just be aware of the construction south of Villanova St. David's all the way down to the Upper Darby Brew Mall exit. We still have a delay with that. And if you're traveling on the PA Turnpike this evening, we do have some westbound construction out there. This is heading towards the Malvern interchange where the left lane is blocked, and the north on 309 between Church Road and Pennsylvania Turnpike. Look out for a work crew there. In Delaware, I-95 north heavy at 896, 2 lanes blocked overnight. Your bridges into New Jersey are fine, and then in South Jersey there is construction east on 76 near 295, the 2 right lanes blocked until tomorrow morning. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement 24-hour traffic center for your home's windows, siding, roofing, doors, and baths, trust PJ.com. I'm Kyrie Moses.
All right, thanks, Kyrie. And now the AccuWeather 5-day forecast with meteorologist Brian Thompson.
The sky will be mostly cloudy through the overnight hours. It'll be breezy and very warm for this time of year with a stray shower, low temperature around 64. Now, we still can't rule out a shower into Friday morning. Really, any rain that is around won't amount to much, though. We'll see clouds give way to some sunshine into the afternoon. It will be a breezy and very warm afternoon with a high of 79. With the gusty winds, with the low humidity, and given how dry the ground is after a month with virtually no rain, we're going to have a high fire threat as we head through the day on Friday as well. High temperature 79. Clear and cooler for Friday night, low 48. When sunny to partly cloudy, noticeably cooler for Saturday with a high of 63. The sunshine will be followed by increasing clouds on Sunday, a high temperature around 62. We'll have clouds and some breaks of sun on Monday, a little bit milder, high up to 67 degrees. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson.
In Philadelphia, 71.
Campaign 2024 on KYW News Radio.
5 days to go until Election Day. Both candidates campaigned out west. Former President Trump, he went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is not seen as really a key battleground state. It usually goes blue and hasn't voted Republican in decades. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
New Mexico hasn't voted for a Republican presidential candidate in 2 decades. But Donald Trump told a crowd in Albuquerque,
if we could bring God down from heaven, he could be the vote counter, we would win this we'd win a lot of states.
Trump said he went to New Mexico in these final days of the campaign for two reasons.
I like you very much, and it's good for my credentials with the Hispanic or Latino community.
Trump is campaigning right now in Henderson, Nevada, and will participate in a hurricane relief benefit with Tucker Carlson in Glendale, Arizona. Vice President Kamala Harris appearing in Arizona and Las Vegas, and she'll be speaking in Reno. Harris is hoping to win voters' support by laying out more of her policies and elaborating on the to-do list if she gets to the Oval Office. Here she is in Phoenix, Arizona.
In this election, we have an opportunity to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. We're done with that. We're exhausted with that. And we know that's who he is. But Phoenix, that is not who we are. That is not who we are.
On Monday, which is the eve of Election Day, Harris plans to rally on the Art Museum steps right here in Philly. Former President Bill Clinton, meantime, was also on the campaign trail for Harris, while in Wisconsin, he warned voters what will happen to the Supreme Court if Trump gets elected.
If she gets 2 more appointments, it could be in balance at least. If he gets 2 more appointments, they'll be the most right-wing court for 30 or 40 years, maybe longer.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, he was in Bucks County to make his case on the economy. He was in front of supporters at the Boilermakers Local 13 in Bristol Township.
Donald Trump had so badly botched the COVID pandemics, we were out there fighting with our neighbors to get toilet paper. That's the Trump economy. Under Kamala Harris, Pennsylvania created over 560,000 jobs, including 28,000.
A Republican vice presidential candidate, J.D. Vance, also addressing the economy to a crowd of young voters at a town hall in North Carolina. Vance encouraging voters concerned about the cost of living.
We are ready to unleash a golden age of American prosperity, but only if we fix the broken leadership in Washington.
Vance telling the young crowd they'll have to decide on Tuesday if they want more of the same or some real change with Donald Trump. Some preliminary legislation for a proposed arena in Center City ran into unexpected headwinds in the city council. KYW's Pat Lowe has the story.
Council voted on 2 resolutions to dissolve the tax structure and community benefits agreement for the gallery, now the Fashion District. Neither directly impacts the arena, but they clear the way for new agreements if council decides to pass the substantive legislation for the project. Opponents such as Debbie Way, though, clearly saw this as an important test.
Is this the public process you laud while it is our lives and our communities at stake?
5 council members ended up voting no. 2 previously declared opponents and 3 who say they're undecided but agree there's no hurry. Councilmember Rue Landau said she needs more information.
For the reasons of the process moving too fast and needing to spend more time, I have a list of questions that have been submitted. More questions are being submitted. I'm going to have to vote nay too.
Council has promised several public hearings before it votes on the actual bills. They begin November 12th. Pat Loeb, KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
1 man is dead and 3 others are injured after gunfire erupted in the area of the 1300 block of East 28th Street in Wilmington, Delaware. Police say a 22-year-old died at the hospital. Another gunshot victim is critical and 2 others are stable. Wilmington police continue the investigation. It's 10:09, 76 East. Still jammed up heading towards the city. We'll get traffic on the 2s next.
Live, local. Get the news you need wherever you are. Listen to KYW News Radio on the Odyssey app.
Businesses to watch. It's tailgate season at Armin Chevrolet. Armin offers an incredible lineup of SUVs. A 2025 Armin Chevrolet Trek starts at only $21,495. That's right, only $21,495. From the all-new Armin Equinox and Traverse to the stylish Blazer to the full-size Tahoe and Suburban, Armin Chevrolet has an SUV to fit your needs and budget. It's tailgate season, and Armin Chevrolet is the place to buy or lease your perfect Chevrolet SUV. Armin, where dealership meets friendship. Together, let's drive. Learn more at ArminChevy.com.
Headquartered here, KYW News Radio takes you inside the organizations powering Philly. Here is WisFis Bank Chief Consumer Banking Officer Sherry Krasinski with a financial tip.
A WisFis Bank Money Trend survey found that 28% in the region are saving more in 2024, with many saying they set specific financial goals as the reason why. Goal setting is an important part of your financial journey. Keeping a close eye on your budget and savings in real time with online and mobile banking tools can help you stay on track with your goals. If you need help defining your financial goals, schedule an appointment with your local banker who can help you develop a financial plan to achieve them.
Highlighting WisFish Bank, the oldest and largest locally headquartered bank and trust company in the greater Philadelphia and Delaware region. Learn more about managing your finances at wsfsbank.com/moneytrends. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Water running, it's a mess. Call Daniels Plumbing, he's the best.
Daniels Plumbing offers grease trap cleaning and hydrojetting service contracts for restaurants and food service establishments. We keep you up and running. Call 267-650-3418.
Daniels Plumbing, Daniels Plumbing, Daniels Plumbing in Philadelphia.
DeFino Law Associates at 2541 South Broad Street. It's a Philadelphia-based law firm with a long history of outstanding success, headed by super lawyer Michael DeFino and his brother Vincent. They have decades of legal experience and the results to prove it. DeFino Law is one of the most reputable firms in the city, focusing on trial work, personal injury, Uber car accidents, slip and fall, DUI, criminal defense, and wills and estate. Serving Philly for over 60 years, founded by the late Judge Anthony DeFino. 215-551-9099.
You're fierce. You take care of business and don't hold back. Taking care of your health shouldn't be any different. You know when something's off. Don't ignore symptoms like fatigue, joint pain, and rashes. Listen to your body. It could be lupus. We're here to help you take control. Learn how at BeFierceTakeControl.org. Brought to you by the Lupus Foundation of America and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Schuylkill Expressway has been a mess tonight. Let's get the latest on 76 with Kyrie Moses in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Yeah, that's right, Pete. It's been quite a night for those of you traveling on the Schuylkill Expressway. Had an earlier fire that had the eastbound lanes closed between the Boulevard and Montgomery Drive. That is long gone, but now we're crawling from Montgomery down to 676. Construction, the problem here, and only the right lane is getting through, so think about Kelly Drive heading towards the city. Now, north on I-95, traffic starting to back up between Broad Street and the Walt Whitman Bridge. This is road work that they just set up about 5 minutes ago. North of that, everything is nice and quiet. South on the Blue Route, there's no longer a slowdown, but you have that road work heading towards Upper Darby Broomall. And east on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, all lanes are now shut down. Just east of the Malvern Interchange, we're dealing with those traffic paces again tonight. We've been dealing with that a lot over the course of the past week or two. And then down in Delaware, roadwork has 95 north bumper to bumper near 896, where 2 lanes are taken out. Over in South Jersey, there's apparently construction east on 76 near 295, but we have yet to really see a delay with that. Now, north on 295, that ramp that takes you to Route 30, it is shut down for the rest of the evening. Next update is in less than 10 minutes. I'm Kyrie Moses.
Now the AccuWeather forecast, meteorologist Brian Thompson.
It's going to stay warm for the overnight hours with a mostly cloudy sky. It will be breezy with a shower in spots, a low temperature around 64. And some spots could still see a shower into Friday morning. Otherwise breezy and very warm with clouds and sunshine into the afternoon. There will be a high fire threat due to the gusty winds and the dry brush, especially given how dry it's been over the last month. We have leaves that are coming down. Just kind of adding to that threat. A high temperature 79 Friday. Clear and chillier Friday night, low 48s, and a cooler start to the weekend Saturday despite a good deal of sunshine, high 63. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson.
KYW News Radio 103.9 FM is always live on the free Odyssey app.
And 3 Things to Know is sponsored by Oliver Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. The lack of rain is hurting crops in the Garden State. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that, quote, good progress was made in the Middle East towards a deal that would bring a ceasefire in Israel's offensive in Lebanon. Top story tonight, a Mays Landing woman accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a senior living center where she worked is accused of lying about her son receiving cancer treatments to delay the trial. It's all ahead. I'm Pete Inarato, Phil Casey at the editor's desk. It's been more than a month since the last measurable rainfall in our region. The drought that we're currently experiencing is having an impact on crops throughout the Garden State, and KYW's Mike Doherty has this.
Yields are down between 30 and 80% on the year compared to an average year, according to the New Jersey Agricultural Society. Executive Director Newell Thompson says some farms fared worse than others, but numbers are down across the board.
It is drastic, and we really still haven't seen numbers yet to see what that means in terms of monetary value.
Thompson says most produce crops have been okay. Main problem areas have been commercial corn and soy, which are often exported.
Some fields they won't even get to because it's not worth their time.
And the cranberry crops have been suffering as well because the bogs require a lot of water. And without rain soon, Thompson says more trouble will sprout up.
Because we think forward now, the fall crops, right? So planting the fall grains is going to be a real problem. There is no moisture in the soil.
At the South Jersey Bureau, Mike Doherty, KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
Conflict in the Middle East. The latest on KYW News Radio.
U.S. officials are in the Middle East for a renewed push to resolve the conflicts in Gaza and Lebanon and to deter an Iranian response to Israel's strikes last week. Here's the BBC's Ben Brown.
Well, the Lebanese caretaker prime minister has been saying he's cautiously optimistic about the possibility of a ceasefire as far as Lebanon's concerned. He said it could happen within a few days, maybe even a few hours. Certainly there have been reports in the Israeli media of a 60-day ceasefire, which would pave the way to a permanent truce, with the Israeli forces pulling out of Lebanon in the first week of that ceasefire.
Two senior U.S. officials, Amos Hochstein and Brett McGurk, met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said that any deal on Lebanon must guarantee Israel's security. Rocket barrages fired from Lebanon killed 7 people in northern Israel, hitting agricultural areas along the border and near the city of Haifa. The Biden administration confirmed that around 8,000 North Korean troops are now stationed in the Kursk region of Russia, where fighting with Ukrainian forces has been ongoing since the summer. Secretary of State Antony Blinken telling reporters that they expect Russia to begin mobilizing these troops in the coming days.
Russia has been training DPRK soldiers in artillery, UAVs, basic infantry operations, including trench clearing, indicating that they fully intend to use these forces in frontline operations.
And North Korea tested an intercontinental ballistic missile. It's their farthest-reaching, most advanced missile to date. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un calling it, quote, appropriate military action against enemies. KYW News Time 1017, a California state senator is taking issue with the DMV abbreviation for one of the state's best-known cities.
People who live in San Francisco have long hated it for whatever reason when out-of-towners call it San Fran or just Frisco. It's kind of a local pet peeve. And so when San Fran began to appear as the abbreviation for addresses of residents on their driver's licenses, State Senator Scott Wiener had enough.
It is not San Fran, it is San Francisco.
The DMV has responded to him now, saying it agrees licenses should not say San Fran on them and that they will be fixed to say San Francisco. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Crazy story here. A grand jury in Nevada has again indicted a Dances with Wolves actor on charges that he used his status as a self-proclaimed Lakota medicine man to lead a cult.
The initial indictment was dismissed in September after the Nevada Supreme Court ruled that prosecutors had abused the grand jury process, but left open the possibility that charges could be refiled. Chasing Horse had previously pleaded not guilty to the charges, saying the sexual encounters were consensual. The new 21-count indictment again charges the 48-year-old with sexual assault, lewdness, and kidnapping, and adds felony charges of producing and possessing child sexual abuse materials. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
Just a heads up, when your kids bring home their trick or treat loot tonight, there may be less chocolate to choose from.
You can blame inflation and climate change for the smaller amount of Snickers and 100-gram bars this year. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, it's costing chocolate manufacturers 50% more to make their products. That means people will be handing out more candy like Skittles and Tootsie Pops instead. Families are still spending a lot on sweet treats for the little ghosts and goblins, though. Data from the S&P Global Market Intelligence shows on average they're shelling out about $31 a household, which is a record high. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
KYW News Time, 10:20. All lanes are blocked heading east on the PA Turnpike. We'll check traffic next.
Hey, it's Bennett from the new 96.5, here to keep you up to date on the latest news from the world of entertainment. Everything from new movies to the hottest music. Keep it here every day on KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
Sponsored by Ashley Furniture. Shop Ashley Home Furniture for great prices, stylish furnishings, and home decor.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learn something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
We know you don't have enough time to be stuck in traffic.
This just in from the traffic center, 95.
Depend on KYW News Radio Traffic on the Now for breaking traffic news as soon as it happens.
Sometimes when you need to know right now. We want to let you know as fast as we can.
Sponsored by ColonialHyundai.com. The fast, easy, better way to buy a Hyundai.
Traffic on the Tuesday time with Kyrie in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Thanks a lot, Pete. So 95 northbound, that remains at a crawl between Broad Street and the Walt Whitman Bridge. You're down the one lane with that construction. Now, east on 76 is bumper-to-bumper traffic between Montgomery Drive and the Vine Street Expressway. That is construction as well. Only the right lane is getting through. You don't want to be stuck sitting in that. Now, east on the PA Turnpike, all lanes are blocked just east of Malvern. They've got the traffic paces going on tonight. They've had you stop there for about 20 minutes. And the south on Route 1 up in Bucks County, traffic now jammed at the Neshaminy exit. The right lane is blocked. For now, we're going to call that a broken down car or police activity. And then south on the Blue Road, there's construction south of Villanova down to Upper Darby. On 309 North, there's road work between Church Road and Highland Avenue. Over in Delaware, 95 North still backed up at 896 with its road work. And then in South Jersey, you've got a work crew on 76 East heading towards 295 where the two right lanes are blocked. Our next update is in less than 10 minutes. I'm Kyrie Moses.
All right, Kyrie, let's get that Halloween forecast. At the moment, 71, a cloudy sky in Philly, and we're heading down to 63 for an overnight low. And then tomorrow, breezy and warm, the high 80 degrees tomorrow, but by Saturday, we're only hitting a high of 63. Again, on this Halloween night, 71 in Tacony and 66 in Atlantic City. A South Florida man has quite a tale to tell.
Florida fishing boat captain Cole Tashkin has now survived a shark attack while surfing for the second time, 11 years apart off the same South Florida beach. This time was far worse.
I was screaming, I'm bit, yeah. So it was a huge adrenaline rush. It's fight or flight mode at that point. Instantly I knew, because I've been bit before, just get me to the hospital as fast as possible.
Two buddies surfing with Tashkin used ropes on their surfboards as tourniquets. They got him to shore, put him in a vehicle, and raced him to a hospital. He's expected to be okay despite serious leg and foot injuries. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
This woman has had enough. She's finally retired.
Talk about longevity on the job. 94-year-old Ann Schroeder has finally retired after working as a bookkeeper for 75 years at the Davenport Spring Company in Iowa. She offers some advice.
Don't stay at a job that you don't like. Find something that meets what you like to do and you do the best at it. Because if you have a job you don't like, you never do the job the proper way.
Schroeder says she will now be able to spend more time with family and friends. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
How about Big Joe getting engaged in the can?
Joe Exotic hit fame in the Netflix series Tiger King.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
My name's Joe Exotic.
He's now serving time in a federal prison in Texas for animal crimes.
We had an incident where one of the employees stuck their arm through the cage and the tiger tore her arm off.
And trying to arrange the killing of rival Carol Baskin. Now he says he's engaged to a fellow inmate who's serving time for immigration issues. Joe Exotic, whose real name is Joseph Maldonado, says they're pushing for a presidential pardon, appealing their sentences, and they've submitted a marriage application to the prison. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
This guy's getting married in jail, and I can't even get a text back. It's 10:25, time for Money News. Let's check in with Bloomberg's Tom Busby.
Ford Motors made a big push into electric vehicles, even making an EV version of the nation's best-selling auto, the Ford F-150 pickup. Trouble is, no one wanted to buy them. Now, Ford plans to shut down the one Michigan factory that produces the F-150 Lightning EV. Strong earnings late today from two tech giants. Apple selling a lot more iPhones than forecast last quarter, and Amazon saw overall sales shoot up 11%. It's also predicting strong sales and profits in the current holiday quarter. Earlier on Wall Street, those stocks took a real beating. That follows another slight rise in inflation last month, and with Microsoft and Meta Platforms both posting disappointing outlooks. The Dow fell 378, a nearly 1% drop. The tech-heavy NASDAQ lost over 500 points, a nearly 3% slide. The S&P down 108. And the fast fashion retailer Mango is replacing live people in its ads with AI-generated images. The clothes are real, the models are fake. With Money News from Bloomberg on KYW, I'm Tom Busby.
The news you need now. KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army. Almost 800 lawyers alone. That army includes an entire legal team, specialist lawyers, investigators, and a 24/7 client satisfaction staff. Just like if you were going into surgery, you wouldn't trust one person to handle the paperwork, the scheduling, the anesthesia, and the surgery. Have you ever seen a surgeon operating alone and without resources? No way. Why would you trust a small firm with your case? Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you're looking to furnish your home or replace your old furniture, your journey begins and ends at Bucks County Estate Traders. One piece of advice, make sure you have time when you come here. The 58,000 square foot showroom is a furniture wonderland. Quality high-end pieces with inventory changing daily. It's all here. Mid-century modern, traditional, vintage, antique, and name brands. They'll ship anywhere, or you can pick up in-store. Bucks County Estate Traders in Hatfield or at buckscountyestatetraders.com.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-580-7766. 800-580-7766. That's 800-580-7766.
Equal opportunity, especially in the workforce, is the cornerstone of the American dream. Being employed gives us the confidence to be financially independent. There's real ourselves and those we care about. We feel respected, useful, even empowered to become leaders. But what if you were one of the 6.5 million people in the U.S. with an intellectual or developmental difference, such as autism? 81% of adults with developmental differences don't even have a paid job, and only about a third of the public believes they're capable of having leadership roles. Now is the time to change that. Join the SunTrust Foundation in supporting Autism Speaks Best Buddies, and Special Olympics in creating pathways to 1 million employment and leadership opportunities for this talented community by 2025. Together, we can build a broader workforce for the future. Visit deliveringjobs.org to learn more.
We've got some problems out on the PA Turnpike. All lanes are blocked heading east. We'll tell you where and why when we check traffic on the 2s. KYW News Time at the Tone, 10:30.
From the Delaware Valley Honda Studios, get a deal you'll like on a Honda you'll love. 103.9 FM.
Authorities in South Jersey say a mom stole money from work and then lied about her son's cancer treatments to delay her day in court. I'm Mike Darby.
The candidates are pretty much counting the hours until Election Day. We're like 5 days away. Former President Donald Trump campaigned in generally blue New Mexico today. Vice President Kamala Harris making her way through the Sun Belt.
Elon Musk's $1 million voter giveaway continues as a lawsuit to try and stop it is put on hold. I'm John McEvan in Center City.
In sports, the Flyers come away with a win tonight over St. Louis, 2-1 the final. 71 cloudy, and we're heading down to 63 on this Halloween night. Good evening to you. I'm Pete Minerato, and here's what's happening. Additional charges are filed against a Mays Landing woman accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from the senior living center where she worked. Investigators say she lied about her son receiving cancer treatment to delay the trial. KYW's Mike Doherty with more.
As lifestyle director at the Greenbrier Ocean Air Community and Golf Course in Waretown, it was Alicia Campbell's job to book events and purchase items for the senior living community. Instead, the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office says the 37-year-old spent at least $80,000 on herself and used Venmo to transfer nearly $100,000 to herself. After arraignment on the theft and forgery charges, investigators say Campbell provided the court documents that her son was receiving leukemia treatment in Philadelphia and then in Texas, so the court granted repeated requests for delay. That's until investigators noticed the letterhead on her docs didn't match the hospital's address and no contact information for the doctor was provided. Ultimately, police confirmed with the hospital that nobody there ever spoke with Campbell, let alone treated her son. She is now facing a long list of charges for theft, forgery, obstruction, and related offenses. She's being held at the Ocean County Jail pending a detention hearing. At the South Jersey Bureau, Mike Dahl, KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
KYW News Time, 10:32. Time for traffic and weather on the 2s. Let's begin with Kyrie Moses, who's in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. Kyrie, what's happening out on the PA Turnpike?
No, Pete, we've got all lanes shut down on the eastbound side of the turnpike, just east of the Malvern interchange. They're out there doing those traffic paces overnight, and you've been stopped now for about 25 minutes, and you've got about a mile's worth of jammed traffic there. They should be letting you through in the next couple of minutes. West on the turnpike, we are not tracking any significant delays. Now, north on I-95, a big backup from Broad Street right on up to the Walt Whitman Bridge. That is construction only. The right lane is getting through. North of that, not tracking any ghosts or goblins heading towards the Vine Street Expressway. East on 76, you're crawling from Montgomery Drive down to the Vine Expressway. You have a PennDOT crew out there as well. I did spot a couple of zombies in the delay here. Only the right lane is getting through. Over in South Jersey, no major problems on the Jersey Turnpike or Route 55, but you do have road work east on 76 between 130 and 295 where the two right lanes are blocked. If you have a spooky tip, call the Regency Furniture tip line at 215-724-1060. Regency Furniture, all the styles you love for less. Next update is in less than 10 minutes. I'm Kyrie Moses.
All right, Kyrie, let's get that AccuWeather forecast now with meteorologist Brian Thompson.
The sky will be mostly cloudy through the overnight hours. It'll be breezy and very warm for this time of year with a stray shower, low temperature around 64. And we still can't rule out a shower into Friday morning. Really, any rain that is around won't amount to much, though. We'll see clouds give way to some sunshine into the afternoon. It will be a breezy and very warm afternoon with a high of 79. With the gusty winds, with the low humidity, and given how dry the ground is after a month with virtually no rain, we are going to have a high fire threat as we head through the day on Friday as well. High temperature 79. Clear and cooler for Friday night, low 48. And sunny to partly cloudy, noticeably cooler for Saturday with a high of 63. And sunshine will be followed by increasing clouds on Sunday, a high temperature around 62. We'll have clouds and some breaks of sun on Monday, a little bit milder, high up to 67 degrees. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson.
Right now, 71 in Philadelphia.
Campaign 2024 on KYW News Radio.
Both candidates are making their final pitches as Election Day is just 5 days away. Former President Donald Trump was in New Mexico today, and Vice President Kamala Harris in Arizona and Nevada.
Phoenix, are we ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win?
For running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, he was in Bucks County earlier on today. He spoke about the economy while at the Boilermakers Local 13 Labor Hall in Bristol.
Congress talking about building 3 million more new homes, having $25,000 down payment assistance. And then for those of you who want to start your American dream, you get a $50,000 tax credit to start that new business and get off the ground. And if we get asked, well, how are you going to pay for this? And I said, well, for starters, we'll have Donald Trump pay his tax. That's what you have to do.
Harris is expected to spend the night before the election outside the Art Museum right here in Philadelphia. In addition to campaigning in key battleground states Arizona and Nevada, former President Trump campaigned in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is historically a blue state during presidential elections and hasn't gone red in like 2 decades. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports the former president made a direct appeal to Hispanic voters.
I like you very much.
In Albuquerque, New Mexico, Donald Trump said he aimed with his visit to improve his credentials with a key voting bloc.
First of all, Hispanics love Trump.
Prior to this week's controversy over an offensive joke about Puerto Rico, polls showed most Hispanics intended to vote for Kamala Harris. Those surveys show Latino men have been moving in Trump's direction. But Trump argues Harris won't unite the country.
She's talking about we're going to have unity, and then she calls me a fascist in the next sentence.
A Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance addressed a crowd of young voters at a town hall in North Carolina. Vance questioning Harris's housing plan.
Even if her plan is implemented, which I'm skeptical, but even if it's implemented, your housing prices are going to go up by $35,000, $40,000, $50,000, and then you get a $25,000 check in the mail. Have you won?
Vance says a Donald Trump presidency will fix the broken leadership currently in Washington. Well, Pennsylvania state officials are preparing for Tuesday's election, and they're stressing efforts to count the ballots accurately and efficiently. Here's KYW's Matt Coughlin.
Al Schmidt, the Secretary of the Commonwealth, says counting ballots will begin Tuesday morning.
In Pennsylvania, it can only begin at 7 a.m. That is, of course, at the exact same time, our county partners are also opening the doors to more than 9,000 polling locations for 13 hours of in-person voting.
He says how soon the votes are counted and a winner determined will depend on how close the race is. He did say counties have improved their sorting and opening equipment and hired more workers. Still, he worries about misinformation creating distrust in the process.
A video yesterday shared widely led to false claims that a voter assistance group in Allegheny County was impersonating election officials and intimidating voters. Another video shared widely yesterday that I saw showed an acting postmaster himself bringing mail ballots to the Northampton County election office, literally just delivering the mail. That video led to false allegations of ballot harvesting.
Schmidt says one new step on election night, counties will be required to report the number of ballots to be counted and the number received, and that information will be transparent. I'm Matt Coughlin, KYW News Radio 1039 FM.
A lawsuit against Elon Musk's $1 million voter sweepstakes is moved from Pennsylvania State Court to a federal court, and KYW's John McDevitt checks in.
Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner, a Democrat, argues that Elon Musk and America PAC backed GOP candidate Donald Trump and that their contest is illegal. The sweepstakes offers voters a chance to win $1 million if they support the First and Second Amendments, and Krasner claims that influences voters and it needs to be stopped. Musk and the PAC say it's about the Constitution and they are not telling people who to vote for. Musk's legal team filed a petition to move the case from state court to federal court, where a judge there is weighing whether to take up the matter or send it back to state court. Krasner's lawyer, John Summers, called the action by Musk cowardly and irresponsible. Musk's lawyer, Matthew Hagerstick, says Elon Musk's name being added to the case is a publicity stunt, and the matter involves a federal election, not a state election. Although Elon Musk was required by a judge to be at the hearing, he did not show up. Musk did, however, go to his social media platform X, where he credited America Justice for the win, meaning the case being moved to federal court. John McDevitt, KYW News Radio 1039 FM.
All lanes are blocked heading east on the PA Turnpike. We'll check traffic on the 2s next.
When you need to know, hear KYW News Radio 24/7 on the free Odyssey app.
Rats and rodents are on the move, but not in your house. Call Evans Pest Control. Evans Pest Control is located just off I-95 at the Allegheny Avenue exit. Visit our website for more information about our services and products and to schedule your appointment.
Are you confused about your Medicare coverage options? If so, call Golden Outlook and let one of their local licensed insurance agents help you review the options that are available to you at this time. Of course, there is no cost to you and no obligation to enroll. Find out if there are Medicare plans available that could meet your needs. Call today, 888-652-2319. That's 888-652-2319. And find out if there are additional plans available to meet your needs. Our licensed insurance agents are independent contractors of Golden Outlook Insurance Services who work with Medicare beneficiaries which claim Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, and prescription drug plan options.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation.
Call 800-838-8614. 800-838-8614. That's 800-838-8614.
Paid for by Airtime Media.
Did you know that Wendy's has any size soft drinks for just $1? Yeah, any size, anytime. Like $1 Coke, $1 Sprite, or even $1 Strawberry Fanta. Okay, could we maybe switch up the sound effect? Please? 'Cause I'm losing it. Wow, no, not that. Any size soft drink for just $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
No.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right, Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law, not available in all states.
Hey, it's Dave Urain from Philadelphia's Morning News. Do you think you're one of Philadelphia's biggest sports fans? Do you know someone who has a great story about their fandom? Well, we want to tell these stories in our Philadelphia Sports Fan of the Week series. Hit us up at kywnewsradio.com/fans.
And this traffic update is driven by Gary Barbera, the best boy I guessed. Over to Kyrie Moses in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Thanks a lot, Pete. So I-95 northbound, that is still jammed north of north of Broad Street up to the Walt Whitman Bridge. That is construction. Just the right lane getting through, or one of those lanes getting by as you head through South Philly. Now, east on 76, traffic is still pretty slow between Montgomery Drive and Spring Garden. That is road work as well, just the right lane getting by on this Halloween night. And then south on the Blue Route 476 from south of Villanova down to Upper Darby, you do have road work there. And then east on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, we had that slow-moving traffic pace going on just east of Malvern. They have wrapped up the latest closure, so you are moving again through that. We'll do the next one in probably next 20 to 25 minutes or so. On the northeast extension, everything is moving along nicely. North on 309, there's road work from Paper Mill Road up to Highland Avenue. And then over in South Jersey, you've got road work on the eastbound side of 76 approaching 295. And then in Delaware, 95 North, no longer jammed approaching 896, but you still have that road work out there overnight. Gary Barbera's Shoptober Monster Sale ain't dead yet. Barbera's major month-end markdown, brand new Jeep Compasses for $249 a month is still kicking, but not for long. Jeep Compasses, $249 a month. Now that's a scary good boo shakalaka. Hurry up, is Boo Bearer the best? Boy, I guess. Next update is in less than 10 minutes. I'm Kyrie Moses.
All right, thank you, Kyrie. Now the AccuWeather forecast. Meteorologist Brian Thompson.
The sky will be mostly cloudy through the overnight hours. It'll be breezy and very warm for this time of year with a stray shower. Low temperature around 64. And we still can't rule out a shower into Friday morning. Really, any rain that is around won't amount to much, though. We'll see clouds give way to some sunshine into the afternoon. It will be a breezy and very warm afternoon with a high of 79. With the gusty winds, with the low humidity, and given how dry the ground is after a month with virtually no rain, we are going to have a high fire threat as we get through the day on Friday as well. High temperature 79. Clear and cooler for Friday night, low 48. Then sunny to partly cloudy, noticeably cooler for Saturday with a high of 63. The sunshine will be followed by increasing clouds on Sunday, a high temperature around 62. We'll have clouds and some breaks of sun on Monday, a little bit milder, high up to 67 degrees. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson.
In Philadelphia, 71.
Serving Philadelphia and beyond on Crystal Clear 103.9 FM.
This is KYW News Radio.
And 3 things to know right now. A man faces criminal charges for killing somebody after going twice the speed limit while being high on PCP. We haven't had rain in more than a month. Our trees and shrubs are in dire need of rainfall. And our top story, a Mays Landing woman accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from a senior living center where she worked is accused of lying about her son receiving cancer treatment to delay the trial. All that and more